I guess you all seen the video about upgrading Mac Mini storage, but the question is, can I do it without the second Mac on Windows? Let's find out. It came a little beat up. It was held by customs for 2 weeks. Not sure why, but it was going back and forward, which was strange. Maybe they was curious what that actually is, because it is looking rather exceptional, especially with that screwdriver. I bought the extra toolkit, but originally there is a very nice screwdriver, which is awesome. I have 3 different pins to deal with all the screws. First we need to lift that black cover, and has a couple of latches all around. I've started with a plastic one, but that didn't work, it's too thick. We have to start with a metal thin tool, I guess, and then gently and nicely unlatch the corners. See, at the very corner it has that latch. You're gonna see there it is. 4 of them. So you have to be gentle. You really want to break that black plastic. It could be quite expensive to replace it, or time consuming, I don't know. Just be gentle. And lifting the cover, you also have to be gentle, because there's a power cable with a power button. It doesn't have to be removed, just be gentle with it, because it's super thin. Anyway, screws. The original screwdriver has those pins, and it's ideal, super useful for it. Then the next layer will be removed. Be gentle, because the cable is still attached to it. And like you can see, we have a speaker and a cooling system, which needs to be removed also. Super easy with that screwdriver. Lifting the cooling system, and there it is, a little NVMe drive. Well, it's not a drive, it's a memory. Oh, it's stuck. It is stuck. I have to be very gentle. There's a little tape to a cooling system. Oof, it's stuck. I think I need to use an electric screwdriver. And there it goes. Nice. It's not magnetized, so you have to be very careful with it. Do not scratch the PCB or drive itself. You can see it's not magnetic. All right, now we need a little something sharp thing to pull. It could be that screwdriver. Pull the drive out and replace it with a new one. That's the original, that's the replacement, and it's done. I have to enter the recovery mode. All you need to do is press and hold the power button, connect the power cable, and it should blink in red. There it is, our recovery mode. Do remember that I'm using a Windows with virtualization. We do have the first problem. I guess you need the latest Mac OS, because the old one will recognize it as an iPhone instead of Mac, so software is not available. I'm gonna try upgrading the virtualization to the latest Mac OS, Sequoia. Okay, it's not the latest, but yeah. After the update, it recognized the Mac Mini, and we are extracting the software. Is it going to work? That is the question. And we encounter an error occurred, an error 21. Ouch! We've tried again, and a different error occurred. And another one, unfortunately, and another one. The virtualization didn't work, so I had to borrow the original Mac from a friend, and it works. And you can see we have 2 terabytes of storage, and we're gonna test the speed for it, and the speed is 3 all the way to 3, which is similar to the original one, maybe a bit faster. I don't think you need any faster than this. It all depends what you're doing with your Mac. It's awesome. It works. well, with a separate Mac. Then what did we learn? And we learned that recovery won't work with a virtual system, at least in my case. And if you have the old system, old Mac OS, it won't recognize the Mac as the Mac. It will recognize it as a smartphone. So you need to have the latest one. And that's a tricky one with a virtualization, because most of the old system are stable. The latest one are not. And I think that's all I got. I do have a discount codes for you. A lot of discount, all the way to $100 discount. Link in the description. See you next video.